So welcome, welcome, welcome. Regardless of what went on, is going on, has been gone on, see if you can land. Can you take a breath in? Can you sigh it out and just be here? Just be here for yourself now. And just check in with how you are. How's your body, mind, spirits? I was doing some reading and research yesterday about the effects of yoga on mental health, on anxiety and depression. And it's funny, there's all this scientific research that just says what seems like normal to me, but it's, it talks about how yoga, I can't remember exactly how the language yet. I remember thinking I must write that down because it's so technical. Yoga will help you basically become able to become aware of yourself and watch yourself and regulate, self-regulate. So this is what we're doing here is as you become centered, you become aware that you have a body and you're not your body. Becoming aware, hey Aisling, becoming aware that you have a mind and you're not your mind. By just sort of checking in, noticing what's going on, becoming aware that you have an emotional body. And that it's really, really useful. All of these tools, all of these gifts are really, really beneficial. So just see, can you connect with that gratitude? That gratitude that no matter what's going on, these are just visitors, there's information, there's wisdom in all of these things. And so taking a breath, you're not going to believe this, guys, that the card that I picked today is exactly the same card as I picked yesterday. Embrace your freedom. So let's just go with that. Clearly my shuffling is not so random. So today, I invite you to set any intention for yourself. Any and all intentions are welcome, but the one that has been sent to me for a second day in a row, or sent to somebody here, is embrace your freedom. It's in the don't take anything personally cards. There's two little birds. So you gain a huge amount of freedom when you take nothing personally. No spell can affect you, regardless of how strong it may be. If you live without fear, and if you remember I said shag that, if you live with your fear and awareness of your fear and not at the effect of your fear, if you love, you will be happy with your life. So with that, let's go do some yoga. Headless yoga. So checking out how your physical body is. Ooh, fancy wearing a dress today. Just notice, play, be, reach, lay down, come up, whatever it is that feels in your body. Maybe it's fingers, maybe it's neck, toes, the whole shooting gallery. Maybe it's a little bounce. And then see how much movement you can get into your body. How many bits of you can you actually move at once? And then gradually, bit by bit, start to reduce that movement. So the first step is to get as much movement in as you can. And notice what plane it is. I had a whole study day yesterday. The other thing I was looking at was my autopsy training, which is fantastic. Not autopsy, dissection. And looking at the connective tissues and how they move in all of these different ways, there's little webs of them. And as they articulated, as they moved, you could see how there's movement on all of these different planes. So we often think about it in sun salutation, we come forward and back, we're working on one plane, but take this moment to be in as many planes simultaneously as possible. And then in your own time, when you're ready, Come to the front of your mat, or in my case, it's still a mat, but it's a circle, so it has no front. Find your center, find your groundedness, find your feet. Finding your feet. And from there, move. So moving from your feet all the time, from the earth. Inhale, coming up a little bit. Exhale, rolling in. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rolling down. One more time to come up. Inhale, coming on up. See what it feels like. Do you want to come onto your toes? Do you want to open up back arch? Do you want to allow your head go or not? Exhaling, coming back down. And just play for a moment in ragdoll. Just forward bend. Forward fold, walk in one leg, walk in the other leg. And then from that, when you're ready, you're going to yield. Yield your way into the ground, so then we extend into flat back. So from the ground, through the legs, through the hips, through the pelvis, coming to flat back. Appreciate this place that we pass through so often, but we waited here yesterday and realized it's not quite such a holiday. And then exhaling, coming down into your squat. From our squat, we're coming back into play and lunge. So stepping with the right leg. Noticing how it is for you. Can you come forward and back? Do you want to create mobility? Do you want to create strength? You want a little bit of all of them, but see what's calling you today, because you're doing this every day. And so you are getting all of these different aspects. So see where it is that you want to play today, in this moment. Today is even too strong a word, in this moment. And then whenever you're ready, you're on your back foot, pushing, yielding into the ground, stepping forward, and finding the weight in both feet. Bend the knees. Come on up and back to prayer. Notice the blood circulation through your leg. One leg more than the other maybe. When you're ready, we go again. Inhale to length, openness, broadness. Exhale, like to curling, like what we're doing now in our lockdown. Closing up. Inhaling, what's going to happen when we leave? We're going to open up and fly. Exhaling, coming back down. Staying flat down for flat back. Find the ground, find your support. Come from your support the whole way through. From here, bend the knees, stepping with the left foot back. And playing. Seeing what it is your body is asking for. This is why we practice, because the more we practice, the more we can hear our body. Noticing the difference in doing this daily, how powerful it is, how the accumulative effect is superb. Again, more research I was reading. They're trying to figure out the dosage of yoga. Could you imagine the dosage? The dosage of yoga. When you're back, next on your back leg, stepping forward. 2 feet together, folding forward. From your fold forward, bending the knees and coming on up. So for you, what has this dosage mean? Taking yoga every day. 30 minutes of your time. 30 minutes, 15, 20 minutes of movement, 10, 15 minutes of stillness. When you're ready, we're going to go again. Inhaling to length, exhaling to curl. Inhaling to expand. Exhaling to release. Coming to flat back. From here, we're coming, instead of the plank, we're coming to cat-cow, remember? So hands on the ground into your squat, stepping back with your left or right, meeting with the other one, and straight away onto your knees and playing with cat-cow. I'm playing with slightly wider arms so that I can feel into my shoulders, that I can really get released through the shoulders. How is it for you? Not only notice how this dosage of yoga, this daily movement of yoga has affected you, but also the support. And how useful community is. I wouldn't be here without you. When you're ready, we're going to come to our belly. From our belly, coming long and then up. Releasing the neck. Long neck. Releasing back down, nose to the ground as you bring yourself through the table, maybe even through hair, and come to dog. First dog of the day. Unless, of course, you're on the replay. Reaching, bending, playing. If you feel like taking a leg in the air, take a leg in the air. Do what feels nice to find that space. Space in your body. Space in your neck and head. And when you're ready, stepping with the right, meeting with the left, back through your squat, coming on up and back to prayer. Letting your breath settle, and then go again on the other side. Inhaling to length, exhaling to roll down. So that when you inhale, you expand from your feet, opening up, reaching for the stars, maybe even holding the whole world in your hands. And then exhaling, coming on down. Through your squat into flat back. From flat back to squat. From squat, we're leading with the left this time. Leading with the left, meeting with the right. Straight onto the ground. Knees on the ground. And come to cat-cow. Maybe this time you want to have it as a moving cat-cow. So slightly coming towards your heels. And then scooting through your arms as you come forward. Maybe for you, it's a side roll you want to do. So you can bring a little bit more movement into your cat-cow this time. And then when you're ready, coming back to stationary, from stationaries, coming forward, laying yourself down for cobra. Coming long, coming up, bending the knees, and coming to dog. Working at your pace. So you may still be in cat now. Or maybe you've moved on. There might be poses you're leaving out completely because they don't suit your body. And when you're ready, stepping forward with the right, and we're going to come on up into our triangle. So releasing the left heel to the ground. We're going to be playing with this next week in the Warriors. So stepping whichever foot forward, turning the other heel to the ground, and bringing yourself up to standing. And so we're in standing. Now, check out what your position is like. Typically not so wide for triangle because we keep a straight leg. Turning the leg to the side. Seeing how that leaves your hips. It's taking the back hip out. As the back hip goes out, the spine is going to just move with it. So you're moving. Just play with that for a minute. See what that's like. What is it like to keep yourself upright and stick your hip out? Or what is it like to move with let your spine move with your hip? Just notice, because as you start to notice, one brings a side bend in. So if you keep your spine straight and you move your hip, can you feel it's a side bend? Long on one side, short on the other side. That's a side bend. Or moving straight. So now if we're all meeting together with this straight spine, hips, hip back. Now again, we have a choice. Do you stay with the straight spine or do you move a side bend in the opposite direction? So compressing, shortening the side near the front leg, extending the one at the back leg. Or do you want to stay straight? Both are valid. Both are nice. What do we do with our arms? Just to a T from the shoulder socket, or 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then pushing in through the foot, bringing yourself back, bringing yourself back. Feet together. Explore. Here's the fun. Let's turn the other way. So right, swiveling on your hips, these are heels, swiveling on your heels. Opposite foot becomes your front foot. Back foot, going to the far corner. Legs are straight, so you're sending that hip back. As you send that hip back, hip back, what happens to your spine? Are you going in line, staying in a line, or are you creating a side bend? Find your way, explore. From here, where is it happening now with your arms? For me on this side, it goes side on. Play. Do I rotate so it's very clean? Do I keep my shoulders in alignment? Do I take my arms up or to 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock or to T? Play. And then when you're ready, bending that front knee to bring yourself back up. This is all side body. We're playing with this side body, extending and contracting, shortening one, lengthening the other. And from here, we're coming to the ground. So find your favorite way to the ground. See if you can get kind of an elegant way. Can you do a squat coming down way? What's happening for you? I haven't quite mastered this yet. And having a little roll. As you roll, you're bringing in your twist. Or you might want to do windscreen wipers where the feet are flat on the ground. Just play. The triangle was working with side body, now we're working with rotation. When you're finished with that, you come to still, feet flat on the ground, and a little arch and flatten. It's very powerful, centering yourself back along this midline. If you want to come into a little bridge, do that. But arch and flatten, just where you extend the arch of the lower back, flatten the arch of the lower back, that's plenty. And then choose what you want to do. Rolling yourself up to seated. Or maybe for you today, you want to take a restorative pose for the last 10, 15 minutes. So make a conscious choice. If you're feeling a little bit like you need a big hug, then just make it a restorative pose. Alternatively, come to seated and continue developing the seated meditation. Regardless of which way you're coming, seated or lie or your restorative pose, really find your comfort. Keep playing with it until you're like yummy comfortable. And then notice how that will allow your nervous system just drop. How will you know? Because it'll be like, but when your entire body just lands. And so just be. Being present with yourself. Listening to your breath, listening to the sounds in the room, the sounds, the clock and the birds from me. The sounds in your body. Maybe haven't had breakfast yet and you have a gurgling tummy. Maybe you're watching this late at night and you just had your dinner. Who knows? You're just letting yourself be. Using your breath as an anchor. If you find that your mind is wandering, if you're still listening to me, then maybe using the mantra Om can be really another nice way of centering yourself. Just letting the stillness come. If discomfort arises mentally, physically, or emotionally, see what it's like just to be with that. Observe it. Not trying to fix it, change it, make it wrong. Embrace your freedom. During this lockdown, we've been given an awful lot of freedom, even though it may feel like some of our freedoms have been taken from us, but we've been given freedom from attending things. We've been given freedom from turning up. We've been given freedom from meeting people, freedom from spending money, freedom from being, going, doing. And so in everything, in our jobs, in our relationships, in our activities, we've been given the freedom to do only what's important. And so maybe this is a wonderful opportunity to identify what is important. So be it in, like I say, your job, in your relationship with your kids, with your partner. There are no expectations at the minute, and you can just use Corona as an excuse for anything. So notice what it is that you do spend your time doing. What is it that is important to you, and can you set up your life to keep those things and maybe let go some of the others? Some of the things that you've dropped, do you want to take them back up? You have the freedom to choose that. You can gain a huge amount of freedom when you take nothing personally. That includes the nonsense that we tell ourselves. No spell can affect you regardless of how strong it is. Those spells are set by our words. And the strongest spells are the ones we put on ourselves. The false beliefs, the self-doubt, the comparison, all of this nonsense that we do to ourselves. So the strongest spells that are set on us, maybe they were set when we were children, but we're the ones, we're all adults now. So if we're still believing them, then that's on us. Embrace your freedom. So just notice now as we end, is there anything that you would like to have freedom from? What is the gift that this card appearing a second time is giving you? Take a moment to actually language it. Use your white magic, use your language to language what it is that you would like, how you'd like to celebrate your freedom, or what you would like to embrace. And then in your own time, in your own way, have a little mooch, have a little wriggle, do whatever it is you need to do. Bring yourself back. Meet by taking our hands together. You can do it physically or metaphorically if you want to stay where you are. And then we bow to seal the practice and offer peace.